Hi everyone and welcome to my place. If you are looking for a beautiful face mask that will make your skin absolutely glow and get rid of dark circles, I have got just the thing that you're looking for. I was sent this through one of my viewers from overseas, and she said she's been using it for years and it's just fabulous. You only need a few ingredients and it's so easy, and I do this once a week and I'm just so impressed with how my skin feels, and the dark circles under my eyes have almost gone. Now you need some turmeric. Now if you're interested in what the properties of turmeric, go and do some search and some research yourself to just find out all of the things that it does. But what I discovered when I went looking was it deeply hydrates, it heals, it revitalizes, rejuvenates, plus it softens the skin and the lines around your eyes. It leaves a luminous gloss and it reduces irritation, dryness and blemishes. And what was really good for me is that I did have some rosacea and it's just about gone now, so my skin feels so much better. Now, as I said, you only need a few ingredients. So it's going to be a teaspoon of the turmeric, and put this into a little bowl like so. Now you need to be very careful of turmeric because it does stain, but if it does stain, just use some liquid soap and just rub your skin until it disappears. Now I also like to use a little bit of almond meal, so I'm going to put that into there, and I just got that out of my almonds. Now the thing about the almond meal is that it actually helps to just further soften my skin. You also need just a tiny bit of honey, and I used like a tablespoon of runny honey, a teaspoon, sorry, so that's a teaspoon, a teaspoon, a teaspoon. Now this is what I've formulated for my skin, which is dry. If you've got oily or skin that's like prone to acne, you can use yogurt, honey and the turmeric, but this is what I've developed for my more mature skin. So that's a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of almond meal and a teaspoon of honey, and then I just put in a tiny little bit of sweet almond oil, or you could use a jojoba oil. Oops, is that going to do it? No, it's not. A little bit of a jojoba oil will just make that just a nice little oily mix, so you don't need very much at all. And that just gets mixed up to a nice sort of pasty consistency. Now that's still a little bit, it's too sort of like thick for me, and you can imagine with the yogurt it goes, and if you're using the yogurt, it's about a tablespoon. This here, oh, jeepers creepers. Oh, goodness sake, nearly made a mistake. So just make that, this needs to be a little bit creamier, and if you're using runny honey, it's actually a bit better. But what I found that by making the paste just a little bit thicker was that when it went onto my face, it didn't drip. So that is all you need to do. And then I used a pastry brush, put that all over my face, especially around under my eyes, and I left it on for 20 minutes, and then I just used a cool cloth and just wiped it all off. If there's any yellowing, just repeat the process again. But honestly, this is fantastic. And when I look into my hands, which are pretty rough, you know what I do with my hands, what I've discovered is that by putting it on the backs of my hands, it's actually improved the texture of the skin on the back there, so I'm really delighted. So this is the one that I've done all the time, and I've only done this just a couple of times, just so that I had, oh, what's the difference, but you can definitely see the difference. So this is well worth the effort. But I do need to say, I'm not actually a doctor, so I've done little tests on this before I've tried it on me, so just try it on yourself. It's fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you another day.